Alrighty. Well, welcome back, folks. Takes by Fans Live. Just making sure we're all good everywhere. Just making sure everything is up and running smooth. Switched over some stuff on my OBS. So just quickly. All right. Coolio. We're all good. We're all live everywhere. You love to see it. Alrighty. Now, I also had this chat thing going, so if you're watching anywhere, try to chat. I'm making sure that's trying to get all good. We also have our phone number. You can call into the show. Phone number is open, folks. 920-823-3267. 920-TBF. Fans. Takes by Fans. 823-3267. We'll all get accustomed to the phone number, folks. Don't worry. But welcome back, folks. Big old Monday here. Big time news to talk about here, obviously, and that's what we're going to be talking about on today's show. We got Monday Night Football. We got to comb through the bets. Where's the value? What could we sink our teeth into? We got Eagles Chargers, so it should be a good game. Also, it is the dual cast of Monday Night Football with the Monsters, Inc., which I will be having on in the background. I'm a big Monsters, Inc. fan. It's probably one of my favorite I don't think it's Pixar, but Disney, you know, those type of movies overall. Shout out to Monsters, Inc. It's a classic. So I'll be having that on the simulcast in the background. So going to be a good game tonight. So we'll look for some bets live on the stream. We also got to kind of, talk about, college football playoff seedings are hideous, atrocious. Miami, it is insane. What the fuck are we doing putting Miami in? They're atrocious. Carson Beck is not good. So comment, you want to call, you want to get all your frustrations out. If you're Notre Dame, folks, got hosed bad. Get Notre Dame in the college football playoffs. I don't know what the heck they're talking about, honestly. Notre Dame was looking good. I don't understand Alabama being in. I don't understand Miami being in, but if you got to get something off your chest, folks, call the hotline. You see the number scrolling at the bottom of the of the screen. 920-823-3267. Call into the show. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're feeling about your team being snubbed from the college football playoffs. Even when they extended it to 12 teams, we still got teams getting snuffed, so obviously going to have to expand it to 16 teams. Going to have to, because we're getting Notre Dame. We're getting some teams left out. So watch out for this college football playoffs to be expanded next season. And I don't know if we were going to need it because, how many of these teams can truly win the Natty? I like Texas Tech, obviously. Ohio State, I guess, but Indiana or Texas Tech, but we'll see. So call into the show, folks, if you got something to get off your chest. I do just want to quickly look at this. What's going on in the media sports world? We had Shedeur Sanders yesterday, obviously. He played good, looked good. They take him out for the game-tying 2-point conversion for their Wildcat. They love that Wildcat over there in Cleveland. Really disgraceful. You got to ride the hot hand, and you go Wildcat for the 2-point conversion. Disgraceful. But, we have also seen this as well. But this is the Browns' game plan. I know everybody's going to be, talking, trash about Kevin Stefanski. We got Skip Bayless. Everybody's trashing Kevin Stefanski. And, I don't mind it, but we do have to keep this in mind that they've been doing the Wildcat for a while now. It's not like they just up and did it. I believe they were doing some Wildcat stuff when Dillon Gabriel was the starting quarterback, and even on Shedeur Sanders' first start, they were running Wildcat when Shedeur Sanders got him down to the 1-yard line. They brought in the Wildcat for the touchdown. So the Browns, maybe, that's what they do. They do Wildcat, so we can't really fault them too much, but it's just such a stupid decision in the first place to even try and implement any Wildcat really offense, because we know, folks, Wildcat, it had its time. It had its time with the Dolphins for 1 year, but now everybody's kind of figured out Wildcat. It really doesn't work. So I understand the frustration with the Browns fans and just fans overall. That was kind of the moment you keep Shedeur out there. I know you've got the whole Wildcat plan. I know you run it, you practice it, all that, but last play of the game, you ride the hot hand. Shedeur Sanders is really the only thing that's giving you a spark here on this team. When it was just Joe Flacco, there was no really pop. There was no real high-scoring offenses. Same thing with Dillon Gabriel. What was the pop? There was never any. So this Browns team, it's still malpractice at the end of the day. Even though, they work on the Wildcat, it's really still malpractice not leaving Shedeur out there. But let's hear what Mark Schlereth is responding to Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless tweeted out today, I'm going to say it again, Kevin Stefanski must be fired. And I do agree with the sentiment. I do agree. I don't like how Kevin Stefanski has handled anything with this whole Browns quarterback situation. Now, it may not fall on Kevin Stefanski. Maybe he's getting the orders from the owner and the general manager and all that. But, it's unfortunate. You're the coach. You're kind of the face here. It's unfortunate. You might be the fall guy here, Kevin, unfortunately. But let's see what Mark Schlereth, he's got.
Skip, my brother. With all due respect, and I'll say it again, with all due respect.
All due respect.
When it comes to your football opinion, I take it with a grain of salt. All right, number one, let me educate you. Kevin Stefanski gave up play calling duties during the bye week to Tommy Rees, so that wasn't a Kevin Stefanski call on the 2-point conversion. That was a Tommy Rees call. Now, Kevin should have overruled it. I get it. It should never have been called. Shedeur made some unbelievable plays in that game. Got a touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy, was incredible. On the man-to-man coverage. A couple of throws in the end zone. Absolute dime pieces. There is no coverage for the perfect throw, and he made several of those during the course of that game. And he scrambled around and created opportunities for his offense in avoiding sacks and doing all that stuff. So it was incredible. All that being said, the 2-point conversion play was horrible. I get that, but it wasn't a Kevin Stefanski call. All right, and maybe I'm splitting hairs, but when it comes to your football opinion, this is the issue I have. You thought Johnny Manziel was going to be a superstar. You were on record saying he was going to change the league. You thought that Tim Tebow was going to change the league. You thought he was the answer at quarterback. So when it comes to your quarterbacking opinions and your football opinions,
All right, look, Mark Schlereth, we've all been wrong before, okay? I don't like Mark Schlereth saying, well, Skip Bayless, I take all your, quarterback, information with a grain of salt, and, rightfully so, but, we can't get bogged down. You get something wrong, okay, we move on, all right? Obviously, Skip Bayless with the Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow, no, those are two wrong calls, but I think it's a slippery slope if we're going to be calling people out for their wrongness. I don't know. That's just me, but I digress. Alrighty, and then we also had this by Dan Orlovsky, folks. He said, don't sleep on the Dolphins. That's him saying that. That's not me, so don't jump down my throat, but that's all I'm saying, all right? The Dolphins, the same record as the Dynasty Chiefs. Ah! So, look, I haven't been talking. I've just been sitting back, relaxing, while everybody's gushing over these teams that keep losing. But that's just me, okay? All right. Let's get into some football today, shall we? And then we will get to some college football playoffs, unfortunately. Real ugly, and it really kind of does seem like ESPN Sports Center had their hands all over the top 12 in the playoffs. And before we even move on, shout out to Daniel Jones. I mean, god dang, folks. Can we give it up for Daniel Jones? An absolute warrior, he had that break in his other leg. He still went out there, and then he ended up tearing his his Achilles last night. And it's really unfortunate here with the Colts. And, everybody was bringing up, coaching malpractice with the Vikings, with, how they handled Carson Wentz. And I don't know if the Colts and Shane Steichen should really be kind of, free of that. Because, Daniel Jones probably should not have been playing. I know the Colts, this is their savior. This is the only quarterback that's actually working for this team. So you don't want to get him out. And, you obviously want him to be out there. But, when you've got a injury on your one foot, you're going to kind of use your other foot, your other leg to kind of make up for everything that you can't do. All that kind of weight you can't put on the other leg, it's going to move to the other leg. And it's only a matter of time until all that energy, all that support that's supposed to be distributed between two legs, 2 feet, are only going to the one. And now all that extra tension and motion on that leg, and he goes down. Daniel Jones, it was all bright for him. He was looking for, a big deal next season. They were talking about him like Sam Darnold. He's back. But the Colts' obsession with winning, and I get it, you play to win the game. But, and I know hindsight's 20/20 and all that, blah, 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 blah. But, Daniel Jones probably should not have been playing football the last few weeks, honestly. So 2 legs, both big breaks, the Achilles, the fibula, and Daniel Jones, unfortunately, I don't even want to keep going, but it's unfortunate. All right. So we got that all out of the way, but let's comb through tonight's game because we got another opportunity to make a little money tonight, baby. Monday Night Football, so we'll talk spread, we'll talk props. Once again, if you got something, if you got an edge, type it in the chat. It should go on the screen. Call the number. You can talk to me. It's toll free. It costs you nothing, folks. It costs nothing, and you're on the show. The audio, you'll be on the show. We'll be having a conversation on the show. So if you got something you want to say, you can call the number, folks. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I don't bite. I promise. People are always hesitant to call. I don't get it. Alrighty. But here we go. Let's start here with the spread, and then we will get into props and value and all that. So we're talking Eagles at Chargers. Eagles minus 2.5. Chargers plus 2.5. So Vegas loving the Eagles. If this was in Philadelphia, Vegas is kind of telling us this would be like an 8-point spread, folks. Home team always starts at -3, so you go from Chargers -3 to plus 2.5. That's 5.5 point difference. You had that 5.5 with the 3 if the Eagles are at home. We're talking -8.5, so that's a little interesting. Would you take Eagles -8.5 at home? I don't know. But I do like that we do get it under the field goal hook here on the road. And I think I heard from ESPN today that Chargers as underdogs get absolutely blown out. The games they are supposed to lose, they lose. So that being said, Eagles -2.5 kind of looking pretty good, looking pretty juicy. But let's see where the sharps are, where the big money is. Where is the public? Where's the public? And see if we get an edge kind of just looking at that. So here we go. Eagles, Chargers. We get a little sharp action. We got a little sharp action on the Chargers, with 61% of the bets on the Eagles and 62% of the money. So the percent of bets and the percent of money are really equal here. So we're not really finding anything crazy there. Let me see how many sharps they're saying are on this game. How many sharps are we talking here? 7. 7 sharp moves on the Chargers plus 2.5. Now, just optically, Eagles, they're trending a little bit down optically, while the Chargers, I don't even know if, do people even think about the Chargers? To be honest, I'm not trying to knock them or be funny or anything, but I feel like you don't hear a lot of Chargers talk. I don't know how their public perception is. I think it's just kind of meh. You beat the Raiders last week. Woo! against the good teams. I mean, this is who they've beaten so far this season. They beat the Raiders, they beat the Steelers, they beat the Titans, they beat the Vikings, they beat the Dolphins barely. Probably shouldn't have even won that game. They beat the Broncos, they beat the Raiders, and they beat the Chiefs. And we know the Chiefs aren't that good of a team, and the Broncos, that was early. Meh. Alrighty. So, not getting really any clear edge here with the money or the public. Eagles -2.5. I think I'm leaning towards it a little bit. I'm not gushing over it. Nothing's jumping out. Nothing's making me gush here. And if you want the Chargers, I mean, you can't even get a full field goal. Can't even get that 3-point hook. So just optically, the Eagles -2.5 is looking a little bit of a better play overall. We're under kind of that field goal hook, and we know games are won. We know how scoring works. You get 3, you get 7. Last second field goal, game-winning field goal. Don't have to worry about getting hooked. It's not bad. Now, the Eagles, they had that whole bunny thing. This week. Some Eagles fans reportedly egging the offensive coordinators for the Eagles' house, Kevin Patullo. It may be justified for rightful reasons, but we never condone violence. Is egging violence? I think so. Destruction of property. Can't really go there. And they bring the positivity bunny into the locker room. I don't know if that's really I don't know if that's good for the Eagles. Distractions and all that. What else did we have this week with the Eagles? We had Nick Sirianni more involved in the play calling now. That has kind of tracked this season because we've seen Dan Campbell take over the play calling for the Lions, and it has worked out a little bit, especially kind of that first game where he took over play calling. It definitely worked, and they put up a ton of points, and I think they covered their spread. I think they won by double digits, like 14 points. So that definitely could help out this Eagles team. They need something. They need that spark on offense. They got the pieces. They just need the play calling. They just need that. I think I'm leaning Eagles -2.5. Like I said, I'm not gushing. We don't got to lock anything in quite yet. We do see a lot of people taking the Chargers +2.5 on DraftKings. We see the -115 compared to the -105 with the Eagles -2.5. So I don't know if this spread will get to 3. I don't know. I think you can kind of mull it over. Once again, I mean, it's only 2:50 Eastern right now. This game tips off at 8 o'clock, 8:10-ish, 8:15. And I do endorse, if you're really going to kind of be betting and all that, I really don't even endorse you locking in a bet until about like 10 minutes before kickoff or tip-off. Now, it's tough when you're searching for value, and we know value can go quick, but I don't know if this spread will get to that kind of 3 mark. So I think we're fine. With holding off betting this game until a little bit later, until maybe about an hour, half hour before kickoff. We saw that the other day on Thursday where Amon-Ra was not really looking like he was good to go. And then an hour before, he's good to go. We had to do an emergency stream, get everybody here, and reevaluate some value. But the way that this is kind of getting betted right now, I don't know if sheesh. We get 73% of the bets on the Eagles, and the Chargers are still at -115 at +2.5. That's kind of speaking some things here, folks. You get lesser value with less people betting on that. If you're going just straight line talk, if you're going with straight, what does the line say? And we love line talk, folks. We love line talk. I think I know what's going to happen, but you got to take your mind out of it. If you like the Eagles, hate the Eagles, like the Chargers, hate the Chargers, take your mind out of it. What does this line say? What does the betting around the line say? And the fact that we're getting 73% of the bets on the Eagles minus 2.5, and this line isn't moving to -3, and the value isn't even moving. Minus 105 is better than minus 115, folks. In case people are new to betting, if you took the Eagles minus 2.5 at minus 105 on a $100 bet, you win $195. $95 profit. Get your 100 back. If you bet the Chargers plus 2.5 at minus 115, you win $186. $86 profit, your 100 back. So, real wonky where all the money, all the bets on the Eagles, but you're getting less value. It should be flipped. It should be flipped. So, just betting, just looking at the line says to bet the Chargers. The line says to bet the Chargers, and you probably don't even need the points. That's kind of what it's saying here. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on the spread. We'll keep an eye on all this money. We'll keep updating it throughout the show, but just betting the line, Chargers is the way to go tonight. Alrighty, but let's keep digging in. Not really anything, not gushing about either of these spreads, but where can we clean up on the props? A little same game parlay, a little maybe juice somebody up a little bit, and let's get some value, yes? So let's start here with touchdown scorers. Is there any value on touchdown scorers? We do get Saquon Barkley at plus money, but he has been struggling. Jalen Hurts is at minus 105. Meh. Hate betting touchdown scores at minus money. It's absolutely disgusting. We get Omarion Hampton. He is back tonight, folks. Give it up for him. This is a huge part of this Chargers game. Omarion Hampton, rookie running back. This man was getting it done before he got injured. Got injured about, 5-6 weeks into the season? And before that, the man was rushing. I want to say he's got already 450 yards through like I said, I think he only played 5 or 6 games. I had Omarion Hampton over 850.5 rushing yards for the whole season. And he screws me by getting hurt. Had to go on IR. But he is back this week. This is what he's been doing this season so far. From week 1 until week 5 when he got injured. 48 yards, 24 yards, 70 yards, 128 yards, 44 yards, averaging 4.8 yards a rush. Check, please. Thank you. We like that all day. So Omarion Hampton back. We know Harbaugh's a running coach. We know this Chargers is a running team because we know Herbert ain't getting it done. We know when Herbert starts licking that rock, it ain't getting done, right? Who's with me, folks, right? So Omarion Hampton, I do like the value here. Plus 180. Running game back in action. Let's see. Their other running back, their running game hasn't looked great. Kamani Vidal. So, watch for Omarion Hampton now. Do they ease him back? Do they ease him back in, or do they throw him to the wolves? That is the conundrum here. Let's quickly see where Vegas is kind of giving us some value, because maybe we take some rushing stats with this man. Omarion Hampton, it's looking like they're putting him at 40 yards. Maybe over, under 39.5, 38.5 yards. I like that. They've got Kamani Vidal at 35.5. Kamani Vidal at 35.5. So they show his average at 60. So the fact that, DraftKings is pricing Vidal's yards at about half of what he's doing, kind of giving us some hint that they are expected to use Omarion Hampton, not as like a workhorse, but, they are looking to throw him out there. Now, we also see this. Maybe watch out for the Kamani Vidal. It's really no value. 35.5. We're seeing at minus 115. People are kind of betting that strong. So just watch out for that. Watch out for the Kamani Vidal. I know it's looking like good value, but we do have Omarion Hampton back, and Omarion Hampton is the clear-cut number one. He is. It's just, are they going to put him fully out there? Vegas is kind of showing, yeah, they're kind of looking at it. What was his man? I wish I could. Let's go to Thursday night. Let's use Thursday night for a little example, because we had Amon-Ra St. Brown. We had Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't practice for the entire week. Last second, he's good to go. Let's get a quick recap on how he fared in that game. Use it a little bit towards us. Amon-Ra, 92 yards on 9 targets. He got it done. So, Omarion Hampton, and he's not a last second. They knew he was going to go really from about midweek. This was kind of the week he was going to get activated. So, I don't mind an Omarion Hampton here, folks. I don't think I do. We got people not liking it. Under 39.5 yards at minus 115. He averages 4.9 yards a carry. Get this calculator up quick. Averages 4.8 yards a carry. How many rushes he gets a game? 66 divided by 5. Gets about 13 rushes a game. 4.8 yards on 13 rushes. Oh my goodness. If I can actually, hit these buttons on the calculator, it'd be great. That's 62.4 yards. Omarion Hampton. I think they use him tonight. They got to use him. I mean, sheesh. How we feeling about Omarion Hampton, folks? Are we in or out on him? No crazy value with them. Maybe at 50. 50 at 163. Let's see if any of these sites are discounting Omarion Hampton. That's a nice one. Owner's Box is taking Saquon Barkley at half a rushing yard. We can take that with just anything. Wow. Look at that. Saquon Barkley. Folks, go to Owner's Box. If you're liking DFS, if you're into that, Prize Picks, shout out to Prize Picks. Shout out to Owner's Box as well. They're having Saquon Barkley a little 99% off sale that you can use. Love that. Get that free leg. Sheesh. But Owner's Box also has Omarion Hampton at kind of 39.5 yards, so... All right, let's hold off on Omarion Hampton. We'll keep it in the back of our mind. Not gushing over it. Now, do we also have Omarion Hampton? Is he also a receiver as well? He is. He is a little bit of a receiver. Maybe we bet some of his receiving props. Get maybe a little better value. These are his receiving game logs for the first 5 weeks before he got injured. 2 catches for 13 yards, 1 catch for 1 yard, 6 catches for 59 yards, 5 catches for 37 yards, 6 catches for 26 yards. I like that. Let's see receiving. Let me bet 20. Let me bet 20 yards at plus money. I take it. Omarion Hampton. Bingo. Now I think we're cooking. Omarion Hampton, 15-plus receiving yards at plus money. So we don't even have to get to that 20 mark. You can also play 25-plus receiving yards at plus 250. Now we're finding something cooking here. Like that. 25 yards. He's done it in the last 3 games he played. He was really starting to be a focal point of this offense before he got injured. And I don't think Kamani Vidal will be catching like that. Let's double check. Kamani Vidal receiving yards this season. 1 catch for 11, 2 for -1, 1 for 13, 0 of 0, 1 for 10, 4 of 15, 3 of 14, 1 of 1. So, yeah, Kamani Vidal not like that, folks, in the receiving game. Let's see. Do the Eagles give up passing yards to the running backs? Let's quickly check. I'm going to have to just check this one out on my phone. It's going to be real quicker. Shout out to the Score Mobile, folks. Alrighty, here we go. Does the Eagles defense give up receiving yards to running backs last week against the Bears? We had shout out to the running back Managai, he didn't catch anything. DeAndre Swift had 1 catch for 13 yards. The Dallas Cowboys, Javonte Williams, 2 catches, 14 yards. Here we go. The Lions is going to be an interesting one. That, those last 2 teams, they don't really throw to the backs too much. So here we go. Jahmyr Gibbs, he was the leading receiver. 5 catches for 107 yards and the leading rusher. David Montgomery also caught 1 ball for 10 yards. So with that high-powered Lions offense, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, they let Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back. All right, against the Packers, Josh Jacobs, 5 catches, 33 yards. So their defense does kind of give up a couple of catches. Even Tyrone Tracy caught 2 balls for 14 yards. So really, this is what I'm liking for Omarion Hampton. Don't even do it. Don't even take the rushing yards. We're going straight through the receiving. Straight to receiving. I'm going to endorse both of these, folks. I'm going to endorse all of them, 15 and 25. Choose your value. 15 plus 108. I mean, we're getting plus money either way, so we're definitely taking it. So here we go. Let me put it on the board. Plus 108. Like that. And we're also going to endorse the 25 plus receiving yards at plus 250. Woo, baby. Now that's juicy. Now I'm starting to gush. Now we're starting to gush here, folks. Alrighty. So we got those 2 on the board. Omarion Hampton, we're betting him in the passing game today. Passing game. We're going to leave the running game alone, I think. Alrighty, let's go back to the rushing game. What do we like with Saquon Barkley? I don't know if we do anything with that, to be honest. I don't know if I can take Saquon Barkley anything. Teams have been shutting him down. Teams are really kind of making it the focal point to shut down the running game. Saquon Barkley, I think he's at like 700 yards right now. Omarion Hampton is at 314 rushing yards, 136 receiving yards. And I want to say Saquon Barkley's at like 750 rushing yards. And Omarion Hampton's only played 5 games. So, not betting anything Saquon Barkley, staying away from it. Staying away. Alrighty, let's go back down to touchdown scores one more time. We are going to take Omarion Hampton. Let's leave Omarion Hampton in a touchdown score. I'm not endorsing it totally yet, fully yet, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Alrighty, we have A.J. Brown also at plus 180. We have Ladd McConkey at plus 220. Gadsden at plus 240 and Quentin Johnston at plus 245. Now, we did see Quentin Johnston kind of get back into, I would say, good graces for receivers last week for this Chargers team. Had some really nice catches, I want to say early and often, and he did score a touchdown, and I want to say he was the leading receiver. Quentin Johnston? Oh my goodness, pardon me, sheesh. 3 catches for only 23 yards, but he did score a touchdown. I thought they went to Quentin Johnston a little more. Ladd McConkey, the leading receiver, 4 catches, 39 yards. So nobody was really getting any yards. Sheesh. Leading receiver against the Raiders, 39 yards. Woof. Woof. What the heck is that? So let's see quickly. Because I think I do like Quentin Johnston, touchdown receiver. We see Quentin Johnston ended up getting 67% of the snaps, the second highest among receivers last week for the Chargers, with Ladd McConkey being the first, 76%. We got anything here with Quentin Johnston, plus 245. And I will say this, I do like an Eagles receiver to score a touchdown tonight. It's just, who are we going with, A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith? Both receivers are at plus money, plus 180 for A.J. Brown, plus 255 for Devontae Smith. But once again, Nick Sirianni being a little bit more vocal part of the offense. And what is that kind of offense? The passing game. That's what they mean. They don't mean just running the ball to no success. They want to get kind of that passing game going. So watch out for Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown to get a touchdown today. Let's quickly see who the Chargers have been giving touchdowns up to. The number 1 or the number 2 receiver. Which one is kind of getting it done more? So here we go quickly. The last few games for the Chargers, last week against the Raiders, we had Brock Bowers, 2 touchdowns. That's the tight end getting it done. Against the Jags, it was Jacoby Myers, the leading receiver for 64 yards, and it was the wide receiver Tim Patrick with the touchdown. So kind of, sheesh, Tim Patrick is what, wide receiver 3 compared to Myers in Washington, and BTJ wasn't playing? Against the Steelers, they gave a touchdown up to Roman Wilson, not DK Metcalf. So the kind of receiver number 2. Against the Vikings, they gave a touchdown up to Jordan Addison, not JJ Jetts. So I think we're going to endorse the Devontae Smith, and it's even a better value, plus 255. We know Devontae Smith, I mean, he's A1 tier 1. Let's just, keep that in mind. The man can get it done. And once again, like I said, I think they're going to be passing a little bit more. They're in a dome, all that. They're in a stadium where usually the away team is a little bit more vocal. We like that. So I'm putting Devontae Smith on this list here, folks. Devontae Smith, anytime touchdown, plus 255. The Chargers defense gives up touchdowns to tight ends and wide receiver number 2s. Anytime touchdown, plus 255. I'm kind of gushing about that, to be honest. Absolutely love this value. All right. So, not going to endorse Quentin Johnston's. Still mulling over Omarion Hampton's touchdown. Let's go to passing props. Let's see our quarterbacks here. Absolutely hate taking passing yards, I'll tell you. Hate taking passing yards. I mean, last night I wanted to take Patrick Mahomes under. Patrick Mahomes isn't even slinging this fucking ball. I think they set his line around like 230 as well. And I was a little too pussy to pull the trigger. Ends up only at 160, dude. Man got shut down in the playoffs last year, got shut down again, and Vegas still had the gall to put Patrick Mahomes at 230 at, even money. It's absolutely ridiculous. Some of the lines, folks, this season, it's like, what the fuck are you getting any of your numbers from? But here we go. Let's check out some over-unders here, passing yards. We have Justin Herbert at 215, and we have Jalen Hurts at 192. I mean, Vegas, the way Vegas is making these lines, making this value, I will send this out here, folks. I will send a little bit of an alert out. This isn't an official alert button, but it's my last call for value button. And what I will say, based on these lines, based on the totals that they're giving us, Vegas is not expecting a big, high throwing game by either team. They're putting Justin Herbert, his yards at 215 when he's averaging 230, and they're putting Jalen Hurts at 192 when he's averaging 209. We also said the touchdown scores. It's Saquon Barkley, it's Jalen Hurts, it's Omarion Hampton. These receivers start getting at plus 200. So I really do think that kind of plays into our Omarion Hampton a little bit more. But I think this is going to be a little bit more of a passing game than they're expecting. Alrighty. No spread movement as we've been live. Didn't think there would be. So, passing yards. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts, if you truly believe into kind of the way I'm thinking that, Nick Sirianni play calling, they're going to start throwing the ball a little bit more. Let's also just see Jalen Hurts in a dome. How does Jalen Hurts do when he's inside this season? Let's see. I just want game logs from this season. I don't really care about any other season. Alrighty. At Kansas City, that's outside. At Tampa Bay, that's outside. At the Giants, that's outside. Here we go. At Minnesota. At Minnesota, this is a dome. They get the win. The Eagles get the win. Jalen Hurts throws for 326 yards. 3 touchdowns. Look at that. Look at that. At Dallas, inside this season, 289 yards, 1 touchdown. What are we doing? Indoors, this man is slinging. Indoors, indoors, indoors. Come on, folks. I'm about to gush over this play, I think. Because y'all ain't even ready what I'm about to do. Y'all ain't even ready what I'm about to do with this spread. Skip the ad.
I don't need the wish, Penny.
Indoors,
Everything
baby.
I could ever want is right here.
Jalen Hurts
In
slinging
fact,
indoors.
Let's sing our own song about the joy of staying indoors.
Here we go.
I know of a place
Here we go.
where you never get harmed.
Let's get 200 yards with Jalen Hurts,
place
right?
with
No.
magical
210 yards,
charms.
right?
Indoors,
No. Keep singing it, Sponge. Keep singing it, Sponge.
Take it away, Penny.
Bink! I'll take it away for him. Jalen Hurts, 250 plus passing yards at plus 377. That's what I'm gushing about, baby. Jalen Hurts indoors. Last call for value, baby.
Last call for value.
And actually, we're only going to do 240. I'm going to do it down to 240. I kind of like the value better. Plus 306 compared to plus 377. We'll take it down a little bit. I'm going 240. I'm going 240. What did the Raiders do last week? Geno Smith put up 165 yards, folks. That's way too much. That's way too much. Aaron Rodgers, 160. I mean, I will say, the Chargers, what'd they give up against the Vikings? Can I get a good quarterback? Here we go. Against the Colts. Daniel Jones did 288. Okay. All right. The last few weeks, I mean, quarterbacks haven't been slinging, but we're talking Geno Smith, we're talking Trevor Lawrence, we're talking Aaron Rodgers, we're talking Cam Ward, we're talking Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? Tua put up 205. Tua put up 205. More involved. They're more involved in the game, in the play calling. Nick Sirianni. I'm putting it on. Sorry, I don't care. I'm putting it on. I'm kind of almost gushing about this. Jalen Hurts. 240 plus yards. Passing. We also know that he does rush as well, but like we saw in the domes, he's not running. At Dallas, 1 rush, 13 yards. At Minnesota, 3 rushes, 10 yards. He's all about the pass. Indoors, indoors, indoors. Give me that, baby. I see nobody gushing with me. Nobody gushing with me in the chat. What's up with that? Somebody better call and gush with me. Plus 306. Dang. Dang, I'm gushing, folks. And this also, I think I'm like the only person that struggles with their chat, to getting their chat on screen. No. It doesn't. Ugh. All right. All right, we'll get the chat. We'll get the chat at some point, I'm sure. All right. Let's get back to some value here. All righty. So we're taking Jalen Hurts, 240 plus passing yards. He's indoors, folks. He's indoors. And honestly, let's do passing touchdowns as well, because we did see 3 and we saw 1. So can we get a nice little parlay going? Something a little juicy. Let me get Jalen Hurts, 240 passing yards. And his 2+ passing touchdowns. Plus 525. Jalen Hurts, 2 passing touchdowns and 240 plus yards is at plus 525. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. What about 3 touchdowns? Which is 3 touchdowns. Plus, oh my God. Oh, mama. Jalen Hurts, 240 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, plus 1,300. And honestly, I like that by itself. Jalen Hurts, 3 passing touchdowns. Once again, do the Chargers give up passing touchdowns? Do they give it up in the passing? We had Geno Smith throw for 2 touchdowns. We had Trevor Lawrence throw for 1. We had Aaron Rodgers throw for 1. We had Cam Ward throw for none. We had Carson Wentz throw for 1. We had Daniel Jones throw for 2. We had Tua throw for 1. So Daniel Jones, that was kind of the one benchmarker we were looking at. We had Patrick Mahomes throw for 1. So this Raiders team, or this Chargers team, granted, once again, they haven't faced a lot of people. Haven't faced a lot of great teams. And they don't really throw multiple touchdowns like that. So maybe we got to pull back. The 2's fine. 2 at plus money's fine. I'm going to take that. I don't know if I'm going to go up to 3. I like the value of 3, I will say, plus 660. And I believe Jalen Hurts has thrown for 3 touchdowns. Yeah, a few times against the Rams. Not in the stadium, but against an LA team. 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns in the dome against Minnesota. 4 touchdowns against the Giants. It's a bad defense. 1 touchdown against Dallas. So he's thrown for 3 touchdowns 3 times this season. He's done it. Done it in a dome. Done it in a dome. Oh my God, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this value. There it is, there it goes. People are betting it, people are betting it. 240 passing yards just dropped to plus 275. Are we seeing this? That's crazy. That's crazy. See, folks, look, people, nobody takes me seriously. I get it. The algorithm doesn't push me, but I'm talking for 10 minutes and value drops by plus 30? Minus 30? Who's sharp? Who's sharp? I'm fucking sharp. I'm fucking sharp. I'm so fucking sharp. Oh my fucking God. You know what? I don't care. I'm tooting my horn right. This is my toot my horn segment. Don't care. I'm sharp, folks. I'm sharper. Look at it. It keeps dropping. It keeps dropping. We're locking it in. I don't care. Jalen Hurts. Look at it. Keep dropping. It keeps dropping. This live stream, we're just going to keep this page up and watch the value drop. I'm telling y'all. Jalen Hurts indoors. Jalen Hurts indoors. That's all I could say. Jalen Hurts indoors. Jalen Hurts indoors. I'm taking the 3. I'm taking the 3. I'm taking the 3. Three plus touchdowns for Jalen Hurts passing. They got to be passing. Jalen Hurts 3 plus passing touchdowns. Plus 610. Oh, I'm gushing, folks. I'm gushing. No, I'm gushing. Ooh, mama. Ooh, mama. Alrighty. Well, get it while you can. Get it while you can. Don't even care about Herbert. We already found we're finding great value. We're finding great value. All right, let's go to receiving props now. We like the passing. We think the Eagles are going to be passing. That's how we're playing this game. The Eagles are passing. And what do they do when they pass? Let's see. I'm really taking this Minnesota as the example game. Win, lose, don't care. Win, lose, don't care. In the game where he threw 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, and this Vikings defense is good, is it not? Is this Vikings defense not good? It is. It is. And we know this Chargers defense is a little good. We saw it. We saw it a few times. So, here we go. Jalen Hurts, big game indoors. We had Devontae Smith, 183 yards. We had A.J. Brown, 121 yards. And that's exactly what we're doing. Oh, my God, dude. Just look at this, dude. This is what we're doing. We're doing a ladder. We're doing a ladder. Plus money ladder. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, 70 and 60 yards. Plus 330. We keep scrolling. A.J. Brown, 80. Devontae Smith, 70. Plus 575. A.J. Brown, 90. Devontae Smith, 80. Plus 1,000. A.J. Brown, 100. Devontae Smith, 90. Plus 1,900. Then, this is the final leg of the ladder. A.J. Brown, 100. Devontae Smith, 100. Plus 2,600. Oh, baby. I like either of that. I like any of that. Once again, choose your value. You could choose your receiver and you could choose your value. It's up to you. I'm putting the ball in y'all's court, folks. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith from either 70. Look at this, folks. 70 and 60. Unreal. 70 yards plus for either of them. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, 70 to 100 yards. Either one. Whichever one y'all want. Me personally, let me give y'all one. We go 80 plus. 80 plus on both. I want 80 on both. So one I'll push out there. They both get 80 yards plus 800. I'm gushing here, folks. I'm gushing tonight. I love this. Receptions, see, now this is where we get no value. The receptions, we get no value. When we look back on this game, correct? The game in the dome, indoors. We had A.J. Brown only catch 4 catches for 121 yards. We know that they could take the deep shot. So having to play A.J. Brown at kind of 5 receptions at minus 155, having to play Devontae Smith at 5, minus 139. I'm staying away from the receptions, and I'm just going yards. I think they kind of get, once again, if we're going to have Nick Sirianni call plays, it's not going to be, it could be screens, but I think it's going to be a little bit more, maybe more bag of tricks, kind of, deep shot. Let's try and press the ball down the field. They've been working with the screens. They've been working with the runs. They've been working with the quarterback runs. I think they start to air it out. Once again, Jalen Hurts indoors is what we're gushing about here. So 80 to 80, 80 and 80. 80 and 80. And honestly, look, you want to do bare minimum, folks? If you want to do 60 and 60, you still get good. This is actually pretty good value, to be honest. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, both 60-plus yards at plus 254. That's good value. You want something where you don't got to sweat too much, plus good plus money value, plus 254 right there, folks. Alrighty, man. Quentin Johnston catches. No. 4 at plus 129. Omarion Hampton catches. Let's kind of quickly go back to that. Once again, we're taking his yards. Receptions. Here we go. 2 targets, 2 receptions. 2 targets, 1 reception. 7 targets, 6 receptions. 5 targets, 5 receptions. 6 targets, 6 receptions. And once again, I think he was activated off of IR last week. But this isn't like Omarion Hampton, 2 days ago. Oh, he's ready to go. I think they've kind of been working with him a little bit to get him up to speed. I think he could have went last week. So receptions here don't seem terrible. They don't seem terrible. 3 at plus 158, and once again, the last 3 games before he got injured, I mean, he was getting 5 catches. Big targets, 7 targets. So 5 receptions at plus 730. I mean, I think this game is dripping with value. For the value here, folks. 5 receptions. I don't know. I think Vegas is all wrong about this game. Man, Omarion Hampton, you start 3 receptions at plus 158. And we know they... Ooh. I think I'm still going to once again stick with the yards, but that's not a bad way to play it either, folks. Once again, there's value everywhere in this game. God damn, I'm gushing. Alrighty, and then I think that's about it. I think that's really about it for this game, at least. Alrighty, anything else big time sticking out to us? They're saying this is a field goal game. 2 field goals by both kicker, both at minus money. I don't think so. They're trying to turn this team around. They're trying to do some sort of spark. Nick Sirianni play calling and Jalen Hurts indoors. That's what we're betting on today, folks. Alrighty, let's quickly go over the NBA, quickly, just to see if there's any value there. Once again, call into the show, folks, if you got something to say. Number scrolling at the bottom of the screen. All right, here we go. Few NBA games on tonight. Let's see if there's any sharp, any money action. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's start with the Kings and Pacers tonight. Kings-Pacers. We get about a 4-point line. Pacers minus 4. And this is even all across the board. 50% of the bets each way, 50% of the money each way. No read there. We are seeing a little sharp action on the Pacers, and that's just a thing. I like every time I see this, people just gush about the Pacers, and I don't think it ever really works out like that. But we are getting 6 sharp moves on this Pacers team. Both these teams very not good, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Sabonis out, Obi Toppin, Aaron Nesmith out. Keegan Murray, game time decision. Dennis Schroeder, game time decision. Why do I like the Kings with the points? Is that crazy? Kings plus 3.5. I kind of like it. I don't even know if we should play this game though. This is an ugly game. Kings just coming off of a Heat win. That's a good win. 3-7 in their last 10. Pacers coming off of a Bulls win. Ugh. Too ugly. Oh, we're staying away. I'm not gonna endorse. We're not endorsing that. I think I'd want to play Kings plus 3 if I had to. All right, here we go. Next game up. We got Suns Timberwolves. Timberwolves minus 8.5, Suns plus 8.5, and the Suns I feel like have been rolling a little bit, no? 5-5 in their last 10. Timberwolves 7-3 in their last 10. We get 54% of the bets on the Timberwolves, but more money on the Suns with the points, and we are seeing a little sharp action, so we're a little all over the board here. More money on the Suns, but let's see how many sharps there are on this. 3 sharp moves on the Timberwolves. I feel like Devin Booker's out for the Suns. Anthony Edwards, game time decision. Dylan Brooks, game time decision. And that's really going to be That's really what I'm kind of looking for. If Dylan Brooks is playing for the Suns, I may take the 8.5. But once again, if he's out, I want no part of it. And once again, Anthony Edwards, game time decision. So maybe you can get value at Suns plus 8.5, but with these couple of game time decisions, I'm staying away. Once again, we found abundant value for the Monday Night Football game, so we're not looking to reach here. We're letting it come to us here in basketball. In the last game of the night, we got Spurs at Pelicans. Spurs minus 9.5, Pelicans plus 9.5. Two bad teams. We get 57% of the bets on the Spurs, but 59% of the money on the Pelicans. Wow. A lot of money coming here on the Pelicans. We know Wemby's out. We know Zion's out. We get Herbert Jones game time decision. But this is a lot of money here. Sheesh, a lot of big money here on the Spurs. Or, pardon me, on the Pelicans. We get some points, but I don't even know. Once again, I'm talking about a 10-point game. I'm talking about a Pelicans team that just lost against the Nets. I don't want any part of that. Don't want any part of that. We know the Spurs, I mean, they are still 7-3 in their last 10 coming off a loss. Hey, yo, there we go. Frank in the house. What's up, baby? Hope you're having a great day, Frank. And that is great that that does work. So, polls, YouTube comments. Love to see that. Hopefully that is up to date as well. I think that is pretty up to date. Pretty seamless. Perfect. Got the chat on the screen. I also got my own board over here. So, we're all coming together here. Frank, shout out to those Bills yesterday. Yes. Same with you, Frank. Your whole family. 'Tis the season, my man. And look, shout out to your Bills, baby, all right? Big win yesterday. Didn't look so good. Didn't look so hot in the first half, but y'all got it back going. Josh Allen takes care of business. Joe Burrow starts turning the ball over, and Josh Allen gets it done. Now this is good for the Bills as well, because y'all may not have to even worry about Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. So I mean this could be y'all's year, baby. This could be it. Great game to watch. Great game overall. In the elements, they were still slinging the ball around, so love to see it. Came down to the wire. James Cook, what the fuck? Oh, James Cook. Big disappointed. We could always rely on James Cook, but he let us down big time.
I am hungry.
We always like a James Cook.
I decided to go and get the Buffalo Bills meal, which comes with a big old Buffalo Bills sub.
Killing.
So
what,
good.
2 fumbles?
But you also get your choice of side, and I was deciding between the options, and I just really wanted the MVP of the meal. I wanted something to really tie the entire meal together. So I went with the James Cookie. The James Cookie crumbled. So look how big it is.
James Cookie crumbled big time. Unfortunately. Oh man, yeah. In the end zone, almost fumbled out of the. I mean, it was all James Cook. So, but he got his bad game out of the way. We know Josh Allen's had some bad games. We don't have to bring up all the bad games Josh Allen has had. So we let James Cook get his one bad game. We all move on. All right. What were we looking at? The Spurs minus 9.5. We're getting a little big money action, but once again, I mean, 10-point spreads and the way that some of these games have been going in the NBA today or this season, the mob ties I think are still there. So I think we're gonna forgo basketball today. Nothing to really kind of write home about, because we absolutely found great value here for the Monday Night Football game. For those just joining in, I mean, we are loving Omarion Hampton, baby. You see the bets, either if you're on vertical at the bottom of the screen, if you're on horizontal, top left of the screen. These are all the bets that we're liking for tonight. We looked over them. They're all backed by stats, and they're backed by the beard, baby. Yes, the Knicks yesterday. The Knicks played yesterday, correct? Take down the Magic. Great win. Knicks 8-2 in their last 10, and they're taking off the cream of the crop in the East. It's a shame that they may be getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns. I'm kind of hearing a little rumor action that Karl Anthony Towns not really loved by the inner circle, maybe tradable, movable, which I don't like. We'll see if they're going to be in the sweepstakes for Giannis, but man, oh man, I do the deal. I would do the deal. You would have to do the deal. I mean, if you're going to get Giannis, Cat's gone, McCall Bridges probably gone, and you probably give up a couple of first-round picks, which I think y'all would be fine with. I give up anything. Oh, stop. Are you talking about Karl Anthony Towns? What is up with this Karl Anthony Towns nonsense? This man should be number 2 option for your team, and y'all act like he's nothing. I thought he was great for y'all last year, especially in the playoffs. Goddamn. I don't know what the New York Knicks are thinking. Karl Anthony Towns. A little. He's got, he does his thing, but that's how the NBA is overall, Oh, we get SGA. Oh, he fouled me at the mid-range. Sent me to the line. I need 30 free throws here. I got fouled all night. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think the Knicks are primed right now, and I don't know if y'all need to be running Karl Anthony Towns out of the Big Apple. But we'll see. Well, like I said, when it comes to Giannis, push comes to shove. I give up the house. I basically give up everybody besides Brunson. We need at least Brunson to work with Giannis for the pick and roll game at minimum. Yeah, I mean, look, y'all don't need to make the move. It's just we know that Giannis is looking to move. So we'll see. But great win, past couple of wins. And we'll see if y'all can keep it rocking. Who y'all got next up? We got Raptors, Pacers, 76ers, Heat up next. Man, nice little run up. Alrighty, so no value in basketball. We will look back tomorrow. Not a bigger slate, smaller slate. Only 2 games on, but good games. Heat, Magic, Knicks, Raptors. So able to maybe find something good there. Alrighty. Let's see what else do we got here. Any other breaking news here? Any other breaking news? Does not appear so. Tyler Shuck had a good game, and people they're gushing about he ran a few touchdowns. I don't know. Yeah, T. Higgins. Oh, my goodness. T. Higgins in concussion protocol. Missing next week is not going to matter. They're done, Zoe. They're done in the playoff hunt. Yeah, Colts quarterback. I mean, Daniel Jones done, and who they put in? He didn't look terrible. I did hear on ESPN that both their quarterbacks are actually not on the active roster, so they're gonna have to make a little room for one of them. But we'll see. Joe Flacco. I mean, you got 4 games left. Do you go call Flacco? Try to get him off of. Let him leave the Bengals. He goes to y'all. But you're definitely got to do something. I mean, you can't go into the playoffs with. Let me get up his name. Can't go into the playoffs with Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard, folks. Come on. Yeah, call Tim Couch. Call somebody. I'll go. You need me? I was thinking about moving to Indiana anyway. I like that whole sports city they got building over there. Pacers, Fever, Colts. Great sports over there. I'll come down. Let's see. Free agent quarterbacks? Is there even anybody left? Russell Wilson? You get Russell? I call Mark Sanchez. Bail Mark Sanchez out of jail. Get him on the team. Yeah, I don't... I don't even know who y'all can even get right now. That's not looking good. Drew Brees? Drew Brees come out of retirement? Can Drew Brees quickly turn this around? Give Drew Brees like that final big playoff run that was kind of stolen from him by the refs his last 2 years. And stop giving me free agents next year. Can you give me free agents right now, please? Who's available? I don't even know if there's anybody available. They may be truly screwed here. So we'll see. We'll see what the Colts do. Sheesh, unfortunate for them. Alrighty. Well, we found our value for today, folks. What do we got here with Andy Reid? What's this? Nothing new. Alrighty. I think we're going to get out of here for today, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Just to once again recap our bets for Monday Night Football action. We are absolutely loving Jalen Hurts here tonight, folks. We think he lights it up. Jalen Hurts in a dome goes crazy. We've seen it. This year we've seen it. Oh yeah, the Chiefs are done. They're done. Oh, I don't know if you you've seen my new reel yet, Frank.
Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred.
Falling just short of a couple hundred, I will say. I will say. Alrighty, so go bet Jalen Hurts. Go bet Jalen Hurts tonight, folks. Passing yards, we're liking them at 240. You can go to 250 if you want. It's plus money all the way through, baby. We got Devontae Smith, anytime touchdown score at plus 255. We've got Jalen Hurts, 3+ passing touchdowns at plus 610. It's incredible value, folks. I'm loving a sprinkle on that. And then we got Omarion Hampton. He's back, but we're liking him in the passing game. Omarion Hampton, 15 yards plus receiving at plus 108. We like it. And Omarion Hampton, 25 plus receiving yards at plus 250 as well. And then the final thing, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Little two-leg action, little two legs from anywhere from 60 to 100 yards for each of them. Choose your value, choose your yards. I endorse anything from 60 to 100 for both. We think Jalen Hurts airs it out tonight. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for us today. I appreciate everybody tuning in and listening, watching. Frank, I truly appreciate you coming in, baby. We'll be back tomorrow to break it all down again, to go over what we saw tonight, to find some value in the NBA games tomorrow, and to start looking for some value for Week 15 in the NFL. And as always, look for value in the college football playoffs coming up, baby. Yes, Frank, take it easy. Of course, I try. Alrighty, so truly appreciate y'all. We got games on tonight, so hopefully your teams win. Hopefully our bets cash. And we will see you tomorrow, folks. Truly appreciate y'all. Take it easy. Walk in the strip club. Damn, I missed you, hoes. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I know that you work at the club. I know that you're family to us. So come right here, girl. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. What can I say? I missed you, hoes. I'm stuck in my ways.